Hey, what's up, you guys? Wildy Jacob here to bring you my review of this week's episode of The 100 on the CW. This week we've seen Season 4, Episode 10, which was called Die All, Die Merrily. I think that was it. Anyway, so I want to apologize for the lateness as always, but work and schedule some other things, it's just, made me just behind pretty much every week now for a few weeks straight. But, still like to get to shows like, this, The 100, and the originals, and, of course, Supernatural, when I can, no matter what. So, I also know my review by Zombies pretty late this week. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that this week, but still wanted to talk about The 100, Supernatural especially, as well as probably the originals. So, yeah. Overall, I thought this was a good episode. I did enjoy it. There are a few things that frustrated me a bit, particularly with Octavia and kind of debating about something with what they did with Rowan here, but we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. But I did enjoy it. This is a pretty simple premise of an episode. There wasn't like a whole lot going on. There weren't a lot of cuts to other like characters in different locations or anything. Mostly just focused on this, battle, or this, fight, with the champions of all the clans to decide who's going to go into the bunker. And of course, Bellamy is questioning Octavia's participation in it, both because, she's his sister, so he does want to try and get her out of a situation like this, but also because, he basically says that no matter who wins, there's going to be a lot of them who don't listen. They all will try to get in there anyway, no matter what. Just so they can survive. And yeah, that's probably going to be the case. There's probably going to be a rush to get in there either way, I think. So I think he was right about that. And then before we talk about the actual, tournament or fight kind of thing, there's also Echo, and she is banished or basically exiled, sort of in a way, out of the Ice Nation. So Echo doesn't really have a place now. And Echo's a character I like her a lot. And Tessa Talis and everything. I do like her. I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do with her. I do hope. Of course, spoilers in the title. With Rowan gone now, it's more unsure. I just hope they don't turn her into a generic villain, kind of related with Luna. We'll talk about that in another minute or two. I'm worried that they're still going to have her be caught out in the radiation or something and just die. But I think there's layers to Echo that they could get at. I think there's some vulnerability that we see her seeing her with these flashes once in a while. Tessa Talis has talked about how much she wants to explore a character more, so I really, really hope they keep her around past this season. I think there's a lot of untapped potential with her. She's already almost within my top 5 favorites on the show, so yeah. That was pretty good. And then as far as the fight itself, it was entertaining. I won't deny that. I did enjoy it. It was fairly intense. Yeah, there were a lot of cuts, during the fight sequences and everything. Some said it was really hard to follow. A little, I guess, but I didn't think it was that bad. It definitely wasn't the best, fight scenes on the show or anything like that, I don't think. My favorite fight on the show is still between Lexa and Rowan, in Season 3, Episode 4, Watch the Thrones. But this is still fun for what it was. It definitely had a grittier, Hunger Games type of feel to it, which I didn't mind. I thought that was cool. And as far as of course, Iliad or whatever his name was ends up getting killed, which I didn't mind. Arrow through the neck, by Echo, which I was fine with too. Echo trying to help Rowan win, which is why she ends up getting banished basically. Iliad dying, I don't really care. Felt his relationship with Octavia just came out of nowhere. Octavia being so interested in him, that was all. So I don't mind that dynamic's gone now. And of course, there are just a lot of unknown, champions from clans we don't really know too much about. And then, of course, the main focus is on Octavia, Luna, and Rowan. Rowan takes out a good handful of guys on his own, which is cool. He probably had the best, part of the, fights in this episode, I think. He was definitely the best part of it, I think. I was debating about what I want to talk about next. Oh yeah, well, Rowan, he ends up getting killed. As far as we know, I think it's pretty certain. Because him and Octavia end up forming an alliance, to go at Luna, because they know how skilled she's supposed to be. This, legend, almost legend kind of around her. She grew up with Lexa and everything. But Rowan and Luna end up almost fighting pretty evenly, kind of back and forth. But then this, black rain comes down, acid rain. And, of course, Luna has that special blood in her, so she doesn't burn, but Rowan does, thus kind of stunning him, and sort of a, big advantage in Luna's favor. And then she ends up getting some pretty, deep slashes on Rowan, and then ends up drowning him, as far as we know, as he burns. So that was pretty surprising. I didn't expect Rowan to be killed off, and I'm kind of upset about it. Because Zach McGowan is a very good actor. I really liked him on Black Sails. I liked that he was getting a bigger role on here. But, they do gotta do this once in a while. And I'm not sure how much longer they would have kept him around anyway. Maybe the end of this season, maybe season 5. But I would have liked him to stay a little bit longer, but, it is what it is, I guess. And as far as how Octavia went about winning, she did take Bellamy's advice, sort of, hide and everything like that, or, wait until there's, fewer of the fighters left. That is kind of the smarter play, when, you're not as skilled as, all of them, you can't take them on all at once, like Rowan is trying to do. But I still found it kind of funny, just because Octavia has been, turned into this, Rambo, incredible warrior type of character, which I've never really bought into, but now they're kind of backpedaling, and then they're making her hide and, sneak up on people instead of actually fighting. So it's kind of funny, but also still kind of frustrating anyway. Like with Luna, she basically has some things, dropped on her, and then she runs a couple times, and then she kills Luna by sneaking up behind her, and then stabbing her in the back. Yeah, you're a great warrior, Octavia. Nice. A lot of honor with that one. Anyway, so that's pretty annoying, but, it kind of fits in with my image of Octavia now. It's been for a while, actually. As far as what they did with Luna, it did bother me a little bit that they basically just turned her into an antagonist just like that. Tied back to how things went with her the last time, but it still felt a little bit choppy to have her just full-fledged, merciless villain now. So that part was a little bit weird too, but it was alright. Like I said, I won't lie, I was entertained by some of the action, even if it was a bit choppy. Surprised by Rowan's death, mixed on that, but frustrated with Octavia and what they did with Luna a little bit, but still fairly entertaining episode. I did like it in general. But yeah, so let me know you guys thought about this week's episode. If I had to rate it, I'd rate it an 8.4, 8.5 out of 10. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Lex obviously still the greatest warrior ever on the show, so yeah, like the poster. Yeah, anyway. Catch you guys next time. I don't know if I already said this, but follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe, and peace.